Hello everyone, I am Perico the artist, and I am a freelance artist and a public artist, and today we'll be talking about recreating and reinventing a picture that's black and white from the 1940s. I tried to make the second video faster, but I realized in doing so I didn't make much sense. So this video I'm gonna try to make it shorter than the first one, but also make sure that I make more sense, because I'm not happy with the last video. So if you have any input at all, anything you'd want to add, please let me know in the comments or send me a message. As for this video, I got a client reach out to me and they really needed a painting done, which a lot of the details I'll keep very vague because obviously out of respect for the client. But they had a picture that was from the 1940s that was black and white, and the only picture they had was a picture of the picture. Like someone took a picture of the picture from the 1940s with their cell phone, and the original is lost forever. So I had to use that picture to repaint and recreate and reinvent a new version of that in color. And it would be a lot easier if I could have scanned it and then I could see more details, but unfortunately I couldn't do that, which is fine. I've dealt with a lot worse, and I thought I'd turn this into a tutorial because I had a third of the time to do it than I usually do. So it's I thought it'd be cool to share all the steps I had to take to get this done quickly and efficiently. So again, I'll be recreating and reinventing a picture from the 1940s from black and white into color, also while needing to know the following. Number one, is there any other pictures so I can get the skin tones and facial features? Number two, the clothing for the fabric, the style, and the fashion of the 1940s. Number three, the color for the clothing, the skin, and the tones. Number four, any other extra details like the hair, the eye color, any moles, any scars, etc. All in 1/3 of the time. So let's get started, shall we? So first, to prepare, I needed a draft. I needed a clearer outline than what the actual picture was offering, since the picture was too blurry. So to do that, I cut out a piece of paper with the dimensions based on the actual canvas size, which was 30 by 24. I just shrunk it down maybe 5 times, just small enough so I can trace it on my laptop and then go over it with a thin black marker. So for the background, I wanted to make sure I did something that looked good, but was also quick because of time constraints. So I decided to use something that never fails, which is pastel colors. I knew it would give it a good old school classic portrait style, and using brushstrokes to give it a soothing texture. I was able to get more pictures from the client, but when they were a lot older, which is okay. I mean, the skin gets a little bit more pale when you get older, but it was helpful enough to get the ball rolling here. I have also heard of websites where you put black and white pictures in and they get converted into color supposedly, so I thought I'd give that a try. I actually went to colorized.com and these are the results. Not too bad. I honestly knew it wouldn't work 100% because this is not a scanned picture. It's a picture of a picture, and I knew that the lighting would interfere with the results, but it was worth a try. But because of this, I get to kind of see some of the skin tones coming out, and a maroon color comes out of the sweater. And based on the research I did, that's pretty accurate. Most of the sweaters from the 1940s in America and in Mexico were usually the color black, blue, maroon, and brown. And thanks to that picture, I kind of narrowed it down when I looked the sweaters up again, and I found this one, which is pretty similar to what he's wearing, so I thought that's what I'm going to use as a reference. And also for the head, the picture warps it a little bit because of how it's being held, and it makes the right side of the father's head look like it's swollen or like there's a tumor on it. So I had to make sure that was straightened out as well before applying paint. And some of the details that the client offered were that the father had dark brown wavy hair and dark brown eyes as well. So based on that, I was able to, get some references just so I could get some more details in. I decided to paint the blouse of the mother first before painting the rest of the baby, for layering purposes. It was really hard to find a blouse that looked like this one. I kind of had to, mix and match a little bit. The family is originally from Mexico, so I knew that the blouse was like a floral. The floral designs are very common in Mexican culture, but the blouse it looked silky, so I had to combine like a blouse that I found from the 1940s that looked more accurate to the fabric that this blouse seems to be made out of, and kind of combined old classic cultural Mexican floral designs on it. Now, the client informed me that the baby had semi-wavy, light brown colored hair, and his eyes were the color of honey. Now, for the coat, based on the buttons, it looked pretty obvious that it was a peacoat, and then kind of looked around for a while. This one was the hardest one to find color scheme wise, but I realized that it couldn't be brown because in the picture, even though it's black and white, it's very light gray, so it couldn't be brown or dark gray or any dark colors in general. It had to be really light gray. But I also noticed that it was very common for baby boys to wear light blue. And then I found something that looked similar, and it was pretty obvious that the buttons were black. Now, the mom was a lot harder because half of the face was missing, and there's like a lot of tears around the hair area too. Thankfully enough, the client had a picture of her when she was a lot older, which I won't show out of respect for the client, obviously, but I will show you a picture where you can see kind of what I'm talking about. That when someone gets older, their earlobes get bigger, and so does their nose and parts of their chin, and parts of the skin start sagging down as well. But knowing this, it was not that hard to kind of see what she would have looked like when she was younger, because I had the other side of her face in black and white, and in that way I could compare and contrast the bone structure, which will be more than enough to finish the other part of the face. And the details that I got from the client is that she had light brown wavy hair with hazel eyes, and on her hair she had a knitted hairband, which was incredibly helpful to know because I couldn't really even tell. I could tell that the headband, maybe had like a flower on the side that was knitted as well, which was very common in the 1940s. But unfortunately, I had already spent almost 24 hours without sleep at this point, and the deadline was coming soon, like less than an hour soon, which not only was I not 100% sure about, but also, like I said, my time was up. So if I was gonna add that floral piece, it would not have looked as good because it would have been even more rushed. So I decided to go with this headband, which I thought I'd take some artistic freedom and match it to the flower on her blouse, and obviously the color of the sweater of the father, kind of so everything integrated well together. And there you have it. I was finally done. Now, am I 100% satisfied with the final results? Unfortunately, not quite. I was so restricted by the time that I felt like I could have done 2 more layers of detail, But I did the very best I could with the time I had. So in that aspect, I can't be mad at myself or disappointed. And also, the most important thing is, does the client like it? And thankfully for me, the client really loved it. And for me, that made it all worthwhile. It made the lack of sleep worth it. So, I hope I was able to share something valuable to you. And if you liked the video, please make sure you like and subscribe. Also, you can go ahead and visit my website at pericotheartist.com, where you can find all my prints and some original artwork. There will be more things coming on the website soon enough, some merch probably, some more original works, which I have a lot of original works that are not really on sale at the moment, but they might be soon. So there you have it. Thank you very much. Hasta luego.